This message is for all biological women, biologically born. I'm assuming heterosexual. And if you want to add that, any woman who feels marginalized. However, any person who feels marginalized is welcome to listen to this message, even if everybody else thinks you're privileged, aka white male in America, white male of privilege. I understand personally, after going through life, that we all are going through some form of discrimination, whether we get respected or acknowledged for it or not. And since life is all about how you hold your hand and use your wit and wisdom, I feel compelled to share this message with you. Now is the time to stop thinking magically and begin thinking magically. When I say this, I specifically mean using the power of your mind and the acknowledgement of your God-given, universal, natural energy to pull yourself together and get out of the situation that you're in. The reason I say this is because we have a lot going on in the world, and as much as we'd like to tune in and help everybody else or scroll our lives away, there's money to be made. You cannot make money sitting on your behind and thinking that everything will be okay. That's a form of delusional thinking known as magical thinking. It is very similar to things that you may know as toxic positivity, spiritual bypassing, denying, and living in delulu or delusion. The truth is that the reality that you are experiencing is controlled by the continuum of your energy. And the continuum of your energy is heavily influenced by your subconscious beliefs and the way you think. And the way you think is a habitual pattern that you have adjusted and settled for or worked with or accepted and due to the way things turned out in life. AKA, every time a bad thing happens, instead of figuring out the root of the issue, where it stemmed from and why your energy or your being was available for it, or understanding that it's a test and processing it, if you're literally saying, well, this is how it's always going to be, then the energy keeps you in a state of, this is how it's always going to be, and thus that's how everything will be. Now, when I say magical thinking, I mean no harm, but magic and religion are two separate entities. Unfortunately, the way we have looked at things in the world has compelled us to see them as one, especially if we come from an Abrahamic Reed Christian viewpoint, which I was raised in. The truth is magic is knowing how to control and master yourself, including your thoughts, your energy, and what you radiate, what you allow in, your boundaries, to achieve your goals. Most people come to magic or want to do magic or assume that a magical spell will work because they want to hurry up and get something done, usually in an emergency. Those who stay and understand the true nature of magic, whether or not they dabble into the occult, whether or not they ever stop and go back to Christ, or whether they just keep going on, they discover it's all about the power of the mind. Everything you use, even the use of another spirit, such as Lakshmi or Oshun or Lucifer or Lilith, all of these entities are going to help you get where you want to go, but help you use the power of your mind. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to go ahead and work with them. I'm basically saying those who truly come to magic and come to see it for what it is as opposed to getting a quick fix, understand that it is a way to harness the power of your mind. No matter your religion, no matter your background, you are naturally magical just by the fact that your thoughts control your actions, your outcomes, your beliefs, your reality, and the people around you. If you've ever wondered why you've been stuck in situations that don't benefit you but benefit other people, the way they're thinking about you, the way they're moving through life, the way they're moving through the world, it controls how you respond and what you show up for. And if you're not aware of how to negotiate your natural magic and your thoughts, you can't have a beneficial contract. You end up a slave to their reality and you don't feel good. Now, with that being said, again, I want this message to universally apply to anyone. So no matter what you believe in, or even if you believe in nothing at all, my point is that you need to lose the delusional thinking, the thinking that you are not in control of your reality, the thinking that you are not to acknowledge the part that you've played in situations that have broken you, the fact that it is time to get out of lack and scarcity, the fact that it's time to get out of poverty thinking, that it may be time to turn off social media, that it may be time to be sexually celibate, that it may be time to detox and cleanse, that it may be time to look yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself for real about what it is you need to do to have the life you want. When you refuse to do that, that's when you're living in the wrong form of Delulu and a lower form of magical thinking. The highest form of magical thinking is being able to truly go within, calm the down, and really detangle your thoughts, your desires, your dreams, your beliefs, and cleanse your environment, yourself, and even the way you show up to create a new form of natural magnetism that gets what you want. There are a lot of people that you would assume are just not doing anything and don't deserve what they want. And the truth is they constructed their reality that way by their thoughts, by their magical thinking. Some people are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Oh, well, the rest of us can do what it takes to get there. And it doesn't have to take a lot of work. In fact, it can be effortless if you allow it. Now, if you're already at a certain frequency when you're listening to this, you already just heard the message. It's effortless. Magical thinking helps you see that life is effortless. It requires you to just be. You know, like the Bible says, be still and know I am God in the Psalms. Or in the many ways that Neville Goddard pointed it out in many of his books, which many people rave about and get results from. Or in many different channels and books and guides and, messages we've seen throughout the years. It's time to let it be effortless. Things do not have to be so hard. If you put the effort that you're giving the outside world into yourself by sharpening your mind, sharpening your energy, and purifying your environment, and really finding some strong boundaries to stand on without having to say anything to anybody, things will change rapidly. Depending on how low you've been, things might be rocky, and the sharper the transformation, the rockier it may get if you do not choose to embody that it can all be effortless. You want to go to work, do your natural job, and go home with more than enough energy to enjoy your family, take care of yourself, keep a clean house, get laid, whatever you want to do. Work should be effortless. You want a love that is effortless. You should not have to figure out how many different combinations of outfit, hair, nails, money, dates, cars, women, men, people, pets, places, things. It should just happen effortlessly. Stop trying so damn hard. Go sit down somewhere. Read a book. Do you know how much game you pick up just reading books because other people refuse to? I could not have gotten where I've gotten in life without learning how to read. Also, while I'm at it, a lot of us suffer with intense mental health, and it's time for mental wealth. When you learn how to control your thoughts through magical thinking, aka imaginative thinking, fantasizing about what you want, you can learn to overcome your intrusive thoughts. Your intrusive thoughts are the thoughts that you have that give you horrible feelings, or thoughts of unspeakable things, and you're like, I would never be interested in that, and that horrifies me. Those are intrusive thoughts. Your intrusive thoughts are telling you you're not good enough. Your intrusive thoughts are telling you that the world hates you. Your intrusive thoughts are honestly stabbing you in the back by telling those who are vultures, predators, and energy vampires what to say and how to treat you because of how you feel deep down inside. That's why no matter how beautiful or handsome the woman, man, or person is that you hear about that's been abused shocks you. I said that wrong. Let me restate that. People tend to think that they get shocked when a beautiful woman or a handsome man or a gorgeous person or a famous person reveals that they were abused, pimped, hurt, or a victim of something or experienced something horrible. They feel like, oh my God, why would you do that to them? Because there are people in this world who are designed to feed on that person's energy, and their goal, their trophy is breaking that person down. But that person showed up for it in a manner where, unbeknownst to them, they were way too vulnerable. And their deep, dark, intrusive thoughts, the things that they don't tell you they think about themselves or that they're not aware of, things that people might have implanted into their heads, are pounding at them so hard that the predator can smell it strong enough and knows just how to detect it. So getting rid of your intrusive thoughts not only saves you, it can genuinely save your life from some painful stuff. Now, with that being said, I'm sorry to anybody who was offended by what I just said. I do not intend to victim blame. But for those who were ready to understand that aspect of the message, they understand that what I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter what you look like and how pretty you are, how handsome you are, how much money you have. You can have everything in the world. You can have the world handed to you. But if there are people preying on your energy, one of the strongest things you can do is have magical thinking, fantasy thinking, imaginative thinking, strong creative thinking to really control your situation and come out on top like John the Conqueror. So there's that. And yeah, if there's anything I need you to take away from this, again, you know who I said this message is for. However, it is welcome to be received by anybody who receives it in a positive manner with love and can throw out anything that does not apply to them and keep anything that does and actually apply it. 2, get into the mindset and behavior that you deserve and are worthy of an effortless, positive, peaceful, chill life. You deserve to live without the drama, the toxicity, the bull, the energy drain, the parasites. You deserve to be a healthy, stable, sexy, prosperous, low-key, chill version of yourself who's exceeding your wildest expectations for what you want out of life, no matter what they are. And you deserve to do it in a manner that does not intend to do any harm, but won't take any crap either. Because at this stage of the game, there are a lot more predators than we think. And if you're one of the chill ones, what you need to do is really learn how to master your mind, because it'll help you control and channel your emotions to transform your reality, which is the essence of magic, no matter what form of magic you use. For those who have a Christian connection, when you tap into that Jesus frequency, you'll get it. For those who have any other frequency, when you tap into that frequency, you'll get it. Last but not least, if you are struggling with horrible thoughts or everything that is coming down around you is horrible, get the help you need. Be aware of your intrusive thoughts, especially if they're toxic and they're disturbing. There's books on it. There's books by actual CBT therapists on it on Amazon. You can print them or get them on Kindle. I can't forget the name, but I'll put it in the description below. Overcoming Intrusive Thoughts, a CBT guide based, something to that extent. You'll see it. She is a CBT based author. So, and also get genuine help where and when you need it, and as you can afford it, even if you have to go through your job's benefits. I have a job that does that. Hopefully you do too. If not, go where you can, take what you can, change what you will effortlessly, and just put one foot in front of you, one step at a time. And I'm out.